everyone, thank you for joining me. Today's flow is about building some energy. So to start, we're going to have a seated meditation just to anchor our mind to our breath. Allow our body to settle and relax. Disconnecting from the environment and becoming more connected and tuned in to your body. So just taking a few breaths. Really feel the breath as it flows in through your nose and gently leaves through your nose. And when you're ready, we're going to start. So wiggling the fingers, maybe stretching off the spine, bringing your hands down by your sides. On a breath in, we'll reach your hands to the sky and we'll take a side bend to the left. So pop your left hand down on the floor, bend into the left elbow and side bend over to the left. Keep hugging that right arm close to your ear. Chest is lifted. Breathe in deeply. On your next breath in, we'll rise to centre. And we'll do that to the other side. So right hand down, side bend over to the right. Left arm is hugged close to that left ear. Feeling that deep stretch down the side of your body. Taking a big breath in, we'll come back to starting position. Reach high to the sky. Hug the arms close together. And now we're going to go into a spinal twist. So using your core muscles, twist your body all the way to the left. Pop your right hand down on your left knee and left hand behind you. Lift and lengthen the spine, making sure the shoulders relax down your back. And you're lightly holding on to the knee and lightly pressing into the floor with the left hand. We're going to come out the same way we entered, so lift both hands back up to the sky, use your core to twist to centre, and then continue to twist to the right. Pop your left hand on right knee and right hand behind your body. As you breathe in, you grow taller. As you exhale, muscles relax. And we'll begin to release. Raise both hands back to the sky, twist to centre, and then let the arms expand out to the sides, coming down to the floor. We'll now move into Dandasana. So legs are straight, sitting high on the sit bones. Maybe place your hands by your side, push them firmly into the floor so you can squeeze the shoulder blades together and lift your chest toward the sky. So you're really strong here as you sit. Your feet continue to be flexed, they pull back toward your face and your feet are touching if they can. Now we'll go into a one-legged forward fold. So if you bend the left knee in, allow the left foot to touch the inside of the right thigh, reach the hands all the way up to the sky, and then start to hinge from your hips. Only as much as you can keep your spine straight. Your hands will rest on your leg or on the floor. Feeling a deep stretch in the hamstrings here. And again, we'll leave the same way we entered, so lift the hands up, use your core to sit up straight, and then we will return to Dandasana. So hands come down to the floor, straighten that left leg out. Find that strong seated position. Engage in the core, engage in the shoulders. Legs are strong. still breathing deeply. And we'll prepare to do that on the other side. So right leg bends and place the sole of the right foot to the inside of your left thigh. Reach your hands high to the sky, engage your core, and then start to hinge from your hips. Keep your back long. Think of growing and lengthening forward rather than down. Hands come down to your leg or to the floor. Using your breath to help lengthen your spine, and your exhale to relax your hamstrings, to relax your muscles. And let's prepare to release. Bring your arms up alongside your ears and return to starting position. Coming back into Dandasana. Strong back, feet are flexed. And our next pose is boat pose. So if you can extend your arms straight out in front and bend the knees, placing the soles of the feet on the floor. Start to drop your upper body back, squeeze the shoulder blades together and engage the core muscles. And then if it's okay for you, lift the heels, lift the feet off the floor and align your knees to ankles. Also aligning arms by the sides of the knees. If you can straighten out the legs. But don't worry, if you can't, you can keep the knees bent and still work on drawing your chest toward the knees. A couple more breaths to go. Good job. Let's lower the legs down, and if you would like, just take a rest, fold over the knees. Allow your core, your arms, your whole body to have a few minutes of relaxation. Send the breath deep into your diaphragm, all around your lungs. And when you're ready, let's make our way onto hands and knees, where we're going to stretch the wrists. So if you can bring your hands close towards your knees, and then turn your fingers around, so out to the outsides, until the fingers face the knees. Your palms are fully pressing into the floor. If this is quite intense, take your shoulders over the wrists. If you feel you can go deeper, sit your bum back towards your heels, while keeping the whole palm of your hand connected to the floor. So really deep breaths are great here. This can be quite intense, but it's the perfect stretch to do before we enter any down dogs or any pose where there's pressure on our hands. We're now going to slowly release, so unwind and unravel. Give the wrists a shake out. And then coming back onto your hands and knees, we're now going to stretch the tops of the hands, so the tops of the wrists. If you can place the tops of the hands down on the floor, and just the same as you did before, take your weight either back towards your heels or over the wrists. Just stretching the front of the forearm. One more breath or so here. Okay, let's release. Give the hands a shake if you need it. Now we're coming into our toe stretch. So let's tuck the toes into the floor. Feel free to keep your hands on the mat or sit fully on your heels. This pose is for some and is not for others, so again, you can miss it out if it's too intense. Check your breath. If your breath is controlled and even, then this is the pose for you. Now that's enough of that. Come back onto hands and knees, give your toes a shake. And we'll do a few rounds of cat-cow. So when you're ready, lift the tailbone, drop your belly down, head lifts to the sky. And then draw and tuck the tailbone in, allow your spine to round, chin to chest. Inhale as you drop the belly and lift your head, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale as you tuck, round, chin to chest. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Inhale to your cow. And exhale out. Into your cat, really push the ground away. Okay, we're now going to prepare to lift into downward facing dog. So if you can place your hands one handprint in front of where they are, tuck the toes and lift your bum high to the sky. Feel free to pedal out the feet, stretch the backs of the legs, but really try and push your chest towards your legs. That's what's going to stretch your spine, open the shoulders, and fully relax your neck as if your head's a big heavy ball. Lifting the head, look forward, step the feet up towards your hands. Inhale into your halfway lift, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale into your forward fold, take a bend in the knees if you need it. We'll inhale and rise all the way up to stand, keeping the hands by your sides. We're now going to do 3 rounds of a half sun salutation. So just find in mountain pose. Feet are hip width distance, tailbone is tucked. When you're ready, inhale and take your hands to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand, palms touch. And exhale, let the hands come back down by your sides. We'll do that twice more. Inhale and rise. Exhale and fold. Halfway lift. Stand and forward fold. Rise all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands float down by your sides. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhale, come all the way up, big reach. Exhale, hands by sides. We'll go for a full sun salutation A now, so inhale and rise. Separate the hands and add a mini back bend. So tuck the tailbone, engage the quads. And then exhale, let's fold all the way down to the floor. Inhale halfway. Exhale, step it back into plank pose. And then lower down to the floor. Coming into a baby cobra. Draw the elbows and shoulders back, lift the chest. And then push it back, downward facing dog. Good job. And just pedal out the feet, stretch your spine. Get a nice deep breath in here before we move on to our next pose, which is low lunge. When you're ready, lift and lengthen the right leg to the sky, bend the right knee, bring your heel towards your bum and open the hip. Nice 3-legged dog. Let's step that right leg now in between our hands and place the left knee down on the floor. So just check the alignment of your right knee to your right ankle, that the knee is stacked above the ankle. Once that alignment is in place, lift your hands to the sky, hug in your low ribs, lengthen the spine. We'll now take a low lunge twist. So taking the right hand toward the back of the mat and maybe hold on to the right knee with the left hand. This will help you twist even deeper. Return back to centre with the hands high to the sky and then bring them down to the floor. Straighten that right leg until you come into half split. Flexing the right foot will help stretch the hamstrings even more. Making sure the left hip doesn't fall over to the side. Keep your left hip stacked above that left knee. You can deepen this pose by folding over that right leg. When you're ready, let's come back into low lunge. We're now going to make our way into high lunge, so tuck the left toes into the floor, lift the left knee off the floor, and lift everything toward the sky. So really strong in this posture. Bring a deep bend into that right knee. And now, gently bring your hands down to your chest. We're transitioning into Warrior 3 pose. So a big spring forward to balance on that right foot, as if you're making a T with your body. The left leg is balancing, lifted off the floor. Toes pointing down towards the ground. And now it's time to release. Let's step that left foot all the way back, return to high lunge. And we'll take a high lunge twist. So right hand back, left hand forward, not holding onto the knee this time, just using the core to twist. And now take your left hand down to the floor, reach right hand to sky. Easy twist. Good job. And now right hand to floor, let's step it back into plank pose and take a vinyasa. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, push it back to downward facing dog. If you need, have a rest here. Take it down to child's pose or just rest on your knees. Just stretch out the body. Take this time to get your breath back. And if you did take a rest on your knees, join me again in down dog. And let's lift the left leg to the sky and open up that left hip by bending the knee, heel to bum, knee to sky. So big stretch into the tummy and into the hip. And now we'll look forward. Let's step our left foot in between our hands and drop the right knee down. Checking the knee to ankle alignment before we lift our hands to the sky. Really strengthening and engaging your core here. And sinking deep into your hips to stretch that right quadricep. Squeezing the arms toward one another. And now we'll open up into our low lunge twist. So left hand toward the back of the mat, right hand in front. Feel free to push against that left knee so you twist even deeper. Time to release the same way we went in. So lift the hands back to the sky, twist your body toward the front of the mat. And we'll transition into half splits. Straighten that left leg. Flex the left foot. And just watch out for that right hip, that it's not falling over to the side of the mat. Feel free to lie over that left leg. Or to keep propped up on the fingertips, keeping your chest away from the leg. That takes out the intensity of the pose. A couple more breaths. Let's prepare to release. Flow back into low lunge. And then we'll come into high lunge. Lift the right knee away from the floor. take your torso, your hands to the sky. Finding your balance, being strong in the legs, pushing firmly into the back heel. Strong in the core as well, and hugging the arms toward one another. Now we'll prepare to move into Warrior 3, so bringing your hands to your heart and spring forward to balance on that left leg. Right leg is parallel to the floor with the toes pointing down toward the floor. Focus your mind, connect your body, find the stillness. And now it's time to release. Step that right leg all the way back, return back to high lunge. And we'll flow into our twist. So left hand toward the back of the mat, right hand toward the front of the mat. Use your core to pull you all the way round. And let's take that right hand down to the floor on the inside of that left foot. Reach the left hand to the sky. Easy twist. And we'll lightly bring that left hand down. Let's step it back into plank and take a vinyasa, or if you would rather, just go straight back to down dog. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Great job. Use this as your resting pose. Get your breath back. Pedal out the feet. We'll have another breath or so here. And then when you're ready, bring your knees down to the floor, where we're going to take puppy pose. So make sure you're toward the back of your mat now. In tabletop pose on hands and knees, make sure your hips stay above the knees, but walk your hands up to the top of the mat. So keeping some engagement in the belly button, that will stop your low back from arching, and then drop your chest down toward the floor. This will give you a deep shoulder stretch. If it's too intense, place the forearms on the floor slightly so there's a bend in the elbows. That will take out some of the intensity of the pose. Breathe really deeply here. This should feel really nice. On your next inhale, we're going to come into Sphinx pose. So allow your weight to come forward onto the forearms, your hips, your belly to float down onto the ground, and your chest lifts. Place your elbows directly underneath the shoulders and the hands and forearms flat on the floor. A mini back bend. Draw the elbows back toward your body, tuck your tailbone, and push the toes towards the back of the room. If you want to make this a bit more intense, lift the elbows off the mat. Squeeze the shoulder blades together as you do so. Continuing to pull the chest forward and connect to your breath. When you're ready, gently lower down, maybe stacking your hands on top of one another so you can rest your forehead on the hands. Allowing the muscles in your spine to soften. To regain your breath. And just become mindful of this very moment. We're now going to take a quad stretch. So if you can extend the left arm all the way out in front of you, and then take it around the back of your body. Bring your left foot in toward your bum and grab a hold of that foot with the left hand. Now relax your head down toward the mat. Tuck your tailbone toward the floor. That's what's going to deepen this stretch in the quad. And don't worry if you can't reach your foot. Just use the strength in your leg to pull the heel toward your bum. Forget about trying to grab it with your hand. We're going to prepare to release, so if you can lift your head and chest away from the floor, gently let go of that left foot and bring the hand back around so you can lie on it again with your forehead. Crocodile pose. And now we'll do that on the other side. So lift head and chest away from the floor, extend the right arm out in front of you, and then take it all the way around so your hand is reaching toward the back of the mat. Bend the right knee and grab a hold of the foot. Once you've got that grip, relax your head down toward the floor. And just make sure your tailbone is tucked. And just settle in to your breathing. Feeling the sensations of the stretch. And if you can't reach the foot, then it's more of a strengthening pose for you. Use the strength in your leg to draw the heel toward your bum. We'll now prepare to release. Lift head and chest away from the floor. Gently release the foot and bring that hand back around. Finding crocodile pose again. Resting your head on your hands. And now walk your feet away out to the sides of your mat. Make the distance wide between both feet. This will help to loosen and relieve any tension in the low back. Good job. Walk the feet in and push back into child's pose. Feel free to take the knees wide and extend the arms away out in front of you. Maybe your forehead can lightly relax down on the floor. And now coming up onto hands and knees and making your way onto your bum. Preparing to take your fire log asana. So here we want our shin to be parallel to either the long edge or the shorter edge of your mat. Just make sure your shin is straight. Your ankle and your knee are fully aligned, and then we will stack the shin of the other leg on top of that shin. So it's if we're placing two logs on top of one another. And don't worry if the knee and foot don't connect. Just see where you are. If you would like to pop a pillow under there, you can. But the main thing here is you feel that stretch in the hip, and you continue to keep your spine elongated and the shoulders relaxed. Your hands can be placed by your sides to help you sit up taller, or they can rest lightly on your legs. Just you choose what suits you best. We'll prepare to release this side, so just remember what leg was on the bottom and what was on the top. Rock your knees from side to side. Get a gentle massage on the hips before we go again on the other side. So whatever leg was on the bottom before, it is now on the top. Put the other one on the bottom. Just make sure you align your shin parallel to whatever side of the mat you are facing. You'll then match that shape with the other leg. Stack it directly on top of that shin. Heel and knee are completely aligned on both legs. Use an inhale to lengthen your spine, your exhale to soften your whole body. And find something nice to focus on with your mind. So whether this pose feels really good to you, focus on that. If it doesn't, focus on a part of your body that's not stretching. One that's calm and relaxed. And I will gently come out, so take your time as you release. And then drop your knees from side to side. Again, getting that massage on the hips. Now we will make our way onto our back and we'll roll down vertebra by vertebra. So use your core to gently lie you back onto the floor. And we're going to make our way into shoulder stand. If shoulder stand is not for you, just lift the legs toward the ceiling and hold them there. If you can do shoulder stand, let's lift our legs high, rock the weight onto our shoulders, and try and stack everything in a straight line. Walk the elbows close to one another. Push firmly into your back. Your core is tight. Your neck has plenty space, so you can still breathe. And I will take this into plough pose if this suits you. Take your feet and place them above your head. Getting one of the best spinal stretches you can possibly get from a yoga pose. This one is amazing. You can also add a shoulder stretch by clasping the fingers together and stretching the arms away from your body. Having another breath or so. And we'll prepare to release now. Lift back into shoulder stand. Use your core, use your strength. And then we'll lower all the way down to the floor. Bring the knees toward your head and roll down inch by inch. Bringing the legs all the way down to the floor until you can lie flat on the mat, where we will counteract that pose with fish pose, a gentle back bend. So with your arms by your sides, lift up one bum cheek and pop a hand underneath it. Do the same on the other side. Hug your arms towards one another and push your elbows into the floor so your chest lifts high. Drop your head back until it touches the floor, but it also may just hover. So we never relax here. We keep strengthening, we keep lifting, and our toes are pointed firmly to keep the legs strong. Having another couple of breaths. And now you'll use an inhale to bring your chin into chest and exhale to lie flat on the floor. And just take any final stretch that you feel your body needs right now. And then enter Shavasana with me. Relax fully on the mat, either with knees bent or legs out long. Lightly close your eyes and allow your body to sink into the floor, absorbing all the benefits from your practice. Just notice as your body slowly unwinds. Feel all of the cells that are starting to relax. that are all surrendering into this beautiful stillness, this wholesome state of relaxation. Feeling how each breath relaxes you deeper and deeper down. And with benefits absorbed, body relaxed and healed, start to make some gentle movements with the body, bringing your awareness into the room, and maybe having a big stretch. Do what feels good to you right now. Softly awakening, easing back in to your body and to the environment. And when you're ready, coming up to a seated position where we'll close off the practice. We'll take one big breath, reaching our hands all the way to the sky, palms touch at the top. And exhale, hands down to heart. Namaste everyone, and thank you for joining me. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Bye.